think I'm going to bring the energy level way down to match the cold.
Is that what it is?
Because we're all frozen solid. Good evening, Carol and John Choppers. I don't know why it feels like it's been a lot longer than a week since we've talked. You and me. Yeah.
It might.
Not you, Andrew. Speaking of which, Andrew's here. John Cheer's here. He wore a Supergirl shirt because we got a Supergirl book on the table, but we'll get to that in 1 minute. Welcome to episode number 296. I'm still reminding myself of new comics on Tuesday night. I hope you can hear me. I'm not holding a thing. I'm holding this other thing. But we don't really have any news. We were talking about it beforehand like we normally do. We have a lot of new dollar stock, if that's news. Which is not. John Dudas was in here today avoiding the cold, and he added 3 new Marvel dollar back issues. In order?
Yeah.
In order.
Yeah.
In order. So that's pretty fun. We love new dollar stock. I love all this new dollar stock back here. But let's get to 3 things this week. Let's talk about the new stuff on the table, and then let's get everybody home and comfy. Oh, wait. Talking to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 things this week. We're going to start at the bottom with my weird handwriting, and this is a fun one. Would you like a little team up with your team up? I am going to team up with John Cheer for this one.
Because DC's team ups, there's a lot this week. Here's 3 of them right here. Because in your big oversized book, you got a Harley Ivy, dovetails well with the other Harley Ivy. You got your, of course, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman team up, second one, and then, Green Lantern and Flash.
Classic.
Yeah, can't get more classic than that.
Yeah.
Amongst others. So yeah,
many others. At least
lots of
5 or
team-ups.
6 team ups on the table from what we've read
Yeah.
on the DC side. So maybe lazy, maybe not. It's a lot of team ups. Next one, we're moving up. Happy belated National Squirrel Appreciation Day. I'm not kidding. Last Thursday, thank you, Google, was National Squirrel Appreciation Day, and that was on all of our minds while we read Bug Wars, the Spider Witch special. This, if you followed Bug Wars at all, is about a very witchy, very deadly, sexy spider lady and her solo adventure. But more importantly, it sets up the 2nd season of Bug Wars to start this summer. We were all big fans of Bug Wars. We would happily sell you the trade paperback as it is here, and it is a near perfect 6 issues. But this is also a near perfect one-shot. It's got 3 stories in it from the world of the Yard, including something I have wanted since the first issue of Bug Wars. I'm going to tell you both right now, I wanted a map of the Yard, and we got a map of the Yard at the end. So I'm very excited about that. There's a lot of really violent things happening in this book. And it's a great one-shot. If Jason Aaron written near perfect kind of Game of Thrones-esque level adventure.
With squirrels at the end.
Oh, yeah, the squirrel part. The squirrel part is complicated, to say the least. But also violent. And also, if you do appreciate squirrels like you should have on National Squirrel Appreciation Day, you may not appreciate some parts in this book. But I bet the squirrels are going to get theirs. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last thing, in a cave with a box of scraps, of course I'm quoting the great Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane in Iron Man 1, the best Marvel movie to ever come first of Marvel movies. But I'm relating that quote because of the really cool concept in the new Iron Man ongoing series. If you read any of the previews, you got a little hint at it. But Iron Man's dealing with a lot of stuff. Tony Stark's dealing with a lot of stuff. His people are dealing with a lot of stuff. But one of those main things is that AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics, is kidnapping super smart people to try and recreate the Tony Stark experiment, putting them in a cave with a box of scraps so they can have their own Tony Stark groomed on their team, quote unquote. And it's a pretty rad setup with great artwork, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when we get to the top of the table. But for now, the bottom of the table. The bottom of the table brings us some excellent things from Image Comics, the first being A Tale from the Shrouded College, The Cold Witch, all completely collected in one miniseries paperback. Next to that, Rick Remender's The Seasons on Volume 2 and set to continue later this year in paperback, should mention. The Homofiles is a facsimile edition of G.I. Joe number 49. There is cover A. Next to it is a foil variant of cover A.
First appearance of Serpentor.
And it is the first appearance of Serpentor. Did you see Zartan's getting his own one-shot in April?
Oh, I cannot wait.
I knew it. We called out. I'm like, oh, John Shear's going to get bent up about it.
If you've been reading G.I. Joe, we've been waiting for this one shot. Yeah.
But it's silent.
I don't care.
Okay. John Shear loves Zartan.
I like Zartan and I love G.I. Joe.
I remember when you found that action figure finally and you
Oh.
opened up his briefcase and he had a little mask in it.
I put it on. Yeah,
So.
it's great.
Onward. Wait. Oh, I wish we could skip this one. Rob Liefeld's Youngblood. It's back at issue 3 with a Carrie Andrews cover. Thank God. Wait. The variant next to it is a 1 per store. Thank you variant by Rob Liefeld for $25. 1 per store. Come get it. Up the next row, we get Void Rivals, continuing with issue number 26. There's cover A. Next to it's cover B. And then we've got a 1 in 25 variant for $10. Creepshow wrapping up its 4th volume of anthology with number 5. So that congratulations, Creepshow.
Yeah, I mean that's
and new more on the horizon.
20 issues, right?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's cover A. Fantastic cover B. That is not a well-looking man. And then a 1 in 10 variant for $8. Next to it, finishing out the row, we got issue number 3 of Final Boss from Image. Then we're back to Robert Kirkman with Skinbreaker number 5. Hope it's better than the first 4. There's cover A. Here's cover B. I thought for sure I'd get a laugh out of you with that one.
I mean, it's...
And then there's a 1 in 10 variant for $8, next to a 1 in 25 variant for $10. Feral is on issue number 20. Cover A is wonderful, as always. Thank you, Mr. Tony Fleeks. But it's all about the Halloween H2O homage.
So
H2
good.
homage, maybe?
Yeah.
Of on Feral, number 20, cover B. And then to finish out the row, you got issue number 10 of Drawing Blood, returning. One of my 3 things this week was going to be Slow Down G.I. Joe, or Slow Joe? I don't know. I was trying to come up with a pun, but we came up with something better. Anyway, issue number 18 of G.I. Joe does introduce Roadblock into the Energon universe. Obviously, he shows up with a bullet. Or many bullets.
Many.
There is cover A. Next to it is cover B, for all you Lady Joe fans. And then there's cover C. And the 1 in 25 variant for $10. The 1 in 50 variant for $20. And a brand new number 1 to finish out the row, Malevolent from Image Comics. Has a little bit of a setup. Good concept. A little clunky, but enjoyable nonetheless. Essentially, the past 30 years, demons have been able to transcend their demon realm into our technology and essentially systems. So anything that is an electrical system, which is a little open-ended, because like, is that humans? Is that cars? Is that phones? Is that whatever, math of any sort? Like, it's a little open-ended, but it makes for a fun read because it keeps it kind of ground level with one SWAT team specializing in taking these things down, getting a new member who is a hybrid of the two. She's a little Harley Quinn-y. Like, she's very capable. She's a little flippant, and she is super deadly. So it's got a lot going on in a small issue. I'm excited to see what issue number 2 fills out for us in the future. But good overall. I would tell you if it was bad. Wrestle Heist is on issue number 2 of a 5-issue miniseries. Next to that, we got a new issue of Capes, and who doesn't love seeing super mutant Nazis get punched by superheroes?
Right.
Next to that, we are on issue number 7 of 8 of Dust to Dust. Took a little while to come out, but according to our one staff member who reads it, super worth it. That was your...
Oh,
to
I'm
chime
behind
in.
because there was that huge delay.
Oh, well, you could have made
Yeah.
something up. And then to finish out the row, Bug Wars, the Spider Witch special, again, with 3 stories in it. And most importantly, besides being awesome overall, it does set up the next chapter of Bug Wars and the next mini-series of Bug Wars that's going to continue this summer, while also just being awesome on its own. So if you just want to see a sexy spider witch lady kill some stuff on a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids level of size, this is a great one-shot. But we also have a really fun variant for it, too. There's cover A. Next to it, a super sexy XXX, you know you want it, you sick bastard variant.
Now, this I can vouch for.
Yeah. Andrea opened hers up first thing this morning. I don't think you even had your coat off.
No, I opened it Saturday when I stopped in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, yeah,
First thing,
even
yeah.
before. And then a 1 in 25 variant, which is more rad the more I look at it, and especially after reading the story, for $12. $12 for the 1 in 25. Now we're on to reprinted Marvel things. This entire row, I'm going to let Andrea show you at her leisure, but it is a reprint of the first 5 issues of Captain America by Chip Zdarsky. So it's the entire first story arc having to deal with Captain America's first meeting with Doctor Doom in Latveria, and also some not backup stories, but some flashback stories that support why he shouldn't be there. Right? Really well written, really great setup for a new series, and the first time we're seeing this banner advertising Armageddon in 5 months from Marvel, which is supposed to be a banger of a story arc. Right above that, the next 3 are also reprints. We have a reprint of Venom number 252. We have a reprint of Infernal Hulk number 2, which number 3 came out this weekend. It's amazing. And then Daredevil Punisher number 1, in case you missed the Devil's Trigger. But collected editions from Marvel this week get Darth Maul Black, White, and Red in a normal trade paperback size edition, that entire miniseries. We get the 3rd volume of the Phoenix Maxi series, finishing up that run in paperback. We get a new Fantastic Four by Wade and Roringo that is titled Rising Storm. Then we've got Giant Size X-Men in paperback. So it's Second Genesis revisited. Essentially all of the Giant Size X-Men one-shots where Miss Marvel was zhuzhing around with the X-Men through time and space and history, all collected here. And then a couple modern era epic collections. One modern era epic collection. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man, subtitled Revivals and Revelations. And next to that, the Avengers Epic Collection, subtitled Under Siege. Finishing out this row, we've got our 1 facsimile edition for Marvel this week. That would be Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of Black Panther, a new printing of the facsimile edition, but it comes complete with variants this time. So there's cover A for y'all. Here is your foil variants. It is spiffy and shiny. What a salesman, right?
Right.
And then a 1 in 25 variant to go along with that one for $12. A little reimagining of the first appearance there on the cover. This next row is Red Band. Keep your kids away. Lock them in a closet, because this is all adult stuff. Good thing it's in a bag and it's impenetrable. No 5-year-old can get in that bag.
Even Wolverine's adamantium can't come through.
No, not even close. Punisher, Red Band, issue number 5 finishes up the mini-series, and we've got a few variants to go along with it. There's cover A. Here's cover B with Clayton Crane. Here's your cover C. And then a fantastic Kingpin 1 in 25 variant for $15. Punisher covers don't get a lot better than that, I gotta be honest.
No, yeah.
Finishing out the Red Band row, Ear Muffet, just kidding. Marvel Zombies issue number 5.
It's on the back.
Come on. Yep, issue number 5 wraps up that miniseries, and I'm done talking about it. Next, sometimes I just don't know what to say.
No, it's fine.
Sorcerer Supreme, the current Scarlet Witch status quo miniseries, insert name here, is on issue number 2. There's cover A. Cover B is by Jenny Frison and is gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, here's cover C. Cover D by Russell Dauterman, and then wrapping that one up is a 1 in 25 variant for $12. My Marvel pick of the week honestly has to go to Infernal Hulk. It's on issue number 3. We get a rundown since Bruce and the Hulk have been separated since the end of the Incredible Hulk series. We now learn where and a little bit why both of them are. The next issue is going to be more Hulk focused. This one is Bruce and Betty focused, and it hits really hard. And if you think that without a Hulk they're going to avoid any body transformations, you would be wrong. Here is cover A. Next to it is a beautiful 1 in 25 variant for $10. We've got issue 2 in a miniseries with The End 2099. So if you're following those characters and Miles Morales, there they are. And then we're on issue 3 of Marvel's 1776 by J. Michael Straczynski. And 2 covers for that one. There's cover A. And next to it, the Founding Father and the Spider-Gwen Upside Down. Cover B. Now we've got an Amazing Spider-Man issue. I know you thought there was one last week, but now there's one this week. It is an annual for 2025.
Sure. Or 2026.
I don't think it's 2026. I think it's 2025. I think it was advertised in 2025.
But came out in 2026.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose.
Okay.
Spider-Man Annual, number 1. So it's the only annual for this run.
Right. Yes.
There we go. There's cover A. Next to it, Del Otto on cover B. Here's cover C. And a 1 in 25 variant for $12. Continuing with Spider People, Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 42, the end of the current Miles Morales series. We looked it up.
Really?
It's over. Cody Ziegler, you don't have to read any Cody Ziegler anymore.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, man.
No.
I'm sorry, man. No, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man. There's cover 42 issues.
42.
There's cover A. Here's cover B. Oh, it's like when they died
I know.
at the other time. And here's cover C. To the middle of the table, Strange Tales. Unfortunately, kind of the most fun board game we've read in a long time, is over. So Strange Tales is on issue number 4 of 4, and that wraps that up. And we have one cover, so claim it. Above that, Iron Man number 1. Again, really great start to an Iron Man book. I'm going to tell you, a lot of times Iron Man can get a little out of hand. Tony can be a little too egotistical. It can be too fight heavy. It can be too armor heavy. It can be too girl heavy. It's not any of those too villain heavy. Like, there's a lot. This is a very perfectly balanced Iron Man book, and the artwork is beautiful. You get to see him kicking a little butt of a villain just trying to rob a tech company. You get to see like a big bad kind of set itself up. You get to see the big bad behind the big bad. You get to see Tony Stark be a little egotistical, but a little humble. It's just kind of all around well-rounded, entertaining Iron Man, and I'll stand by it.
Maybe my favorite since Chris Cantwell did it.
I would agree,
Yeah.
honestly. So our favorite Iron Man in almost 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think it's worth a shot and definitely a good beginning. So
And a good ending to the issue, too.
Oh yeah, I'm really jazzed about Iron Man right now. I like having a good him and Thor and Cap, all three have a really good, solid starting to an ongoing series. And we've got a lot of covers. There's cover A, which is gorgeous. We got a cover B, cover C, cover D, cover E, cover F, your Cosmic Invasion variant, you gaming nerds. Cover G, but wait. But Ben, you're at the end of the row. How could you have more covers? There's 2 foil variants. Here's foil variant A. Here is foil variant B. If you missed my A and B, just describe the cover. We'll get it. Next to it, we've got a 1 in 25 variant, which is an all-art variant of a previous cover, cover C. It is $10. And then a fantastic Clayton Crane 1 in 50 variant. We have one of for $30. Also gorgeous. And now I am done.
And then we get to talk about DC. And DC has a nice little week. And we've got, to start off, we'll hold it up. It is the DC's $9.99 book. It's DC Supergirl Next Door. Technically the Valentine's Day issue. However, within there, obviously, yes, you have, like I said before, the Harley Ivy story, which is wonderful. But there's Jay Garrick and Joan Garrick story, also beautiful. The Supergirl story, mostly about friendship. There's other stories like that are less about love, more about like the love that people have for each other as friends, as like relatives. It works really well. As always, a great way to spend your $10 because the stories are wonderful, great. The Green Arrow story is really a lot of fun, mostly silent, and works perfectly.
Who's he in love with?
Guess.
Himself.
Black Canary.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
So,
fun.
yeah.
It's a little predictable.
So we got a couple covers for that. There's your cover A.
My guess wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. No, but there is somebody who is in love with himself and in this story, but then he finds other love within there too.
Nice.
So yes, there's your cover B. And then DCKO tie-ins. Flash is on issue 29. It is Barry Allen becoming the Flash, but Wally West has got to make that happen while he's fighting the Evil Legion. So, yep.
I would love to throw vials of chemicals at Barry West.
Right?
Barry Allen.
Wouldn't we all? Superman's on issue number 34. Superboy Prime takes the spotlight in this one to the best of his abilities. It is great. He wants to be as arrogant as he can be, and yet heroism is just sort of pulls at him, and it's great. So there we got a couple of covers for that. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. More KO. The Kids Are All Fight special. John Kent is put in charge of a whole bunch of like superhero kids as they go off to fight Granny Goodness, and bad things happen all the way through. She is all about like we're killing Earth, and we also have to find one special superhero who does appear at the end of this and is now pretty much a part of the mainstream DC universe.
It's a bit of a shocker.
It is. It is. I get what you're saying. So there you go. So there's that. We only have one cover for that. Justice League Unlimited is on issue number 15. Mr. Terrific is leading his his whole band into hell. More deaths. It is weighing hard on him, but what are you gonna do? That's what happens when you're in hell. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. Issue 1105 of Detective Comics. More of the Tom Taylor. Like, this is the penultimate in the Courage That Kills story arc. Very cool origin story of the bad guy. Just good solid story all around. Justice League Reds on its final issue 6 of 6. Yay. Green Lanterns on issue 31. There's another one of the team ups. This one is Green Lantern and Flash, and they're teaming up in the best way possible because a lot of it is dialogue driven. They've known each other for a long time, and they get to talk.
They got a lot to talk about.
They got a lot to talk about. So there's your cover A. There's your classic cover B.
I love that cover.
Yeah. Harley Quinn's on issue number 58. Yes, he is in fact called Colonel Blimp. So yes. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. The other fantastic team-up book this week, Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes, issue number 3. Joker shows up. He is so creepy, and oh my gosh, so good. There's a wonderful panel within there that I showed Andrea earlier that is just perfect. So fantastic. I have never seen Joker songs drawn so creepily in such a cartoony way. Oh my gosh. So there's your cover A, there's your cover B, and there's your wonderful cover C. Then we got Absolutes. Absolute
Woo!
Batman number 16. Batman and Wonder Woman team up. As he says, go to hell? Yes, indeed. And they do it because it's hidden on the cover. I love it so well hidden. It's all for Waylon.
Oh, yeah.
It's all for Waylon.
What a great ending, too, to this.
Oh, yeah. So there's your cover A. There's your cover B. There's your $12 1 in 25 variant, which I think would have been better if they'd thrown Wonder Woman on the cover. But
just a little brighter.
What are you going to do?
Man, if you don't get 1 in 25 variant of Absolute Batman from us, you're not going to be able to put your kid through college.
Right,
yeah. Like all of them.
Surprise.
Flying up in price.
Absolute Wonder Woman, also on number 16. Wonder Woman versus Zatanna.
Oh.
There you go. First appearance of a new Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman is using her magic, but when you're up against a real magic user, then things go bad.
Man, the artwork in that book is so perfect.
It is wonderful.
The paneling is beautiful. It is awesome.
So nice. So there's your cover A. There's your cover B. Absolute Flash is on issue number 11. We find more about the history of what's going on in their version of the Speedverse. And
it's the first part of a 2-part story arc, too. So if you need to dip into Absolute Flash with this one, you totally can.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, Eobard Thawne is the worst bad guy in this so far, in a series filled with a lot of bad guys. So, yeah. And then Martian Manhunter, Absolute Martian Manhunters on issue number 8. This is the only one I haven't read yet because, my gosh, there's a lot of talking in there, and I have to give the story and the art every bit of my attention because it has paid off for 7 issues so far, and I cannot wait to read issue 8. So, First Despair within there, yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Facsimile time, Batman the Killing Joke. If you haven't gotten it in any of its other incarnations before, now you can get it for all of $5. So there you go. The original price, there you go. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Or you
and
can
thank
get
God
it.
we always check to see what printing Absolute is because it says facsimile edition right there.
There you go.
I
So
mean, you can tell just because of the cardstock.
right. So there's your cover A. It has a spiffy style foil variant. If you've got any of the other printings, now you can just get a spiffy shiny foil variant to accentuate that. And then another printing of Batman Deadpool, this time with the Jim Lee cover, because we all want to see Batman and Wolverine on the cover of a book.
As long as it's not drawn by Frank Miller.
Yeah. Collection-wise, DC's Power Company, The Rise of the Power Company. This one is reprints the one-shot that they did, plus their very first appearance by Busiek and Giffen in a nice $17.99 hardcover. Back in print, Superman in the 70s. Honestly,
edition.
yeah, the 2026 edition. Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over, that full miniseries collected here. Another new edition, Batman Mad Love from Batman Adventures. So this is your time. This is where you get to see Harley in full Harleyness. But if you want to see Harley without any clothes on, then you got Harley and Elvira issue number 4. Because yes, they do take a bath. So, ta-da!
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I mean, it's
First
Harley
appearance
Elvira.
of Elvira's. Oh,
Nope.
it's not.
Nope. Not even close. From Dark Horse, we've got Arcbound. It is written by Scott Snyder. Tom Hardy gets first billing. I have got to wonder how much input he had into this. I'll bet you Frank Thierry had more input in that than anybody else. So that full 6-issue miniseries collected in a hardcover. The Witcher Bloodstone. We've got a new Witcher series. It's issue number 1. Hello Darkness. I freaking love the fact Hello Darkness is still going strong on issue number 18.
Did you see the cover for the April issue?
Wait, did I? Maybe I
Not
didn't.
unless you looked at the boobs.
No. Worth it? All right. So, yeah.
Freaking weird.
So, next to that, Dick Tracy's on issue number 15. And Flash Gordon Quarterly is on issue number 6. Toxic Avenger Team Up. When you ever want to see Toxie meet Jesus, there you go. But also all sorts of team ups going on in there as well.
Talk about getting baptized.
Ta-da. But next to that, regular Toxic Avengers on issue number 7. And then Thundercats we got on issue number 23. Terminator Metals on issue number 4. And then from Titan, Escape from Skull Island. Basically Kong, Escape from Skull Island, but I don't think they can use the word Kong on there. But it's Kong.
Licensing.
And I know. Goes back and forth in past and future.
Yeah, it does.
And
It says Kong on some stuff.
yeah. Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, the whole miniseries there. Really good Mothra miniseries. Good job, Sophie Campbell. Return to Sleepy Hollows on issue number 3. TMNT Casey Jones on issue number 4. We got a couple covers. There's your cover A.
He's looking pretty Forrest Whitaker-y there.
A little bit. And there's your cover B. No Place from Tim Seeley and Ignition Comics is on issue number 3. Heavy Metals on issue number 4. The one thing about this, man, it's super thick, full of art and story. My gosh,
so
like
much
you
jam-packed in each one of those.
you get a lot of stuff for one magazine, let me tell you. And then Conan Barbarians on issue number 28. That title might be changing. That is a crown he's putting on his head. So
I snuck some surprise
Yeah.
on the table for you.
so surprise, Ultimate Endgame.
We got more blind bags.
We got more blind bags. Feel free to come in, grab them, claim them, whatever. I will, if you buy them when I'm here, I will badge you to open them up here. Not everybody does, which is fine. But it's a whole lot of fun to see what everybody's got.
I
So.
think we've got 10 more. And we looked up some of the one-of-a-kind variants today, Kevin and I did, and some of them are like upwards of $500, $700. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We saw one so far, so we want
Yeah.
to see another one.
So, and then we got kids books. Monster High, Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda.
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 Yeah.
It's harder the slower you say it.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then TMNT, Saturday Morning Cartoons, The Saturday Morning Adventures. There's your cover A.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Wrong one.
So there's your cover A. There's your cover B. And then I'm Napoleon. Or I'm George Washington.
Wow.
I don't know what made me
Josh,
say
here's
that.
a traitor.
I
Get him.
know. I just found out that George Washington is the highest ranking military official still in the United States.
He's not
So-
alive anymore.
He's not, but they gave him the highest ranking title. Like there is nobody higher than him. Like one of the presidents was like, you know what? this is what he needs to be. And so he is always number one.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah? You know what I did?
Ooh, what'd you do?
I found that in the dollar books.
Nice.
That's the first appearance of Quake, and we've got too many of them. But
So-
I think that wraps up our table for this evening, ladies and gents, and everybody in between, dogs, cats, babies. Hopefully they weren't watching the Red Band section. We will...
Or the
leave
Bug
you
Wars
now-
section.
Or the Bug Wars section. We will leave you now with your hopefully cozy, non-snowy, non-cold Tuesday night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow for your comics.